Jimmy Horn was one of the most electrifying players in college football. He was always the fastest player on the field and could expose you easily. His 43 Florida speed makes him a threat, regardless of the route he's running. Everyone knows about his football talent, but he's also a great person off the field as well. Jimmy Horn was born on September 12, 2002 in Sanford, Florida. Sanford is a part of Seminole County and is about 30 minutes away from Orlando. He was raised by his single father, Jimmy Horn Sr. Most people don't know he gets his talent from his dad. Jimmy Horn Sr. played receiver at Seminole High School. From there, he went on to play for Bethune-Cookman University, a Division I HBCU in Daytona, Florida. His father poured into him from a young age and taught him everything he knew. He worked as a truck driver and barber in order to provide for Jimmy. Even though he never went to the NFL, he wanted to see his son succeed. Jimmy looked up to his father from a young age and strived for greatness every day. Despite his surroundings and influences in Sanford, he managed to stay out of trouble growing up. He attended Seminole High School, where he excelled in the classroom. Many people don't know he graduated honors with a 3.8 GPA. During his junior year, he began to dominate on the field and really make a name for himself. He racked up 50 receptions, 68.8 receiving yards per game, 10 receiving touchdowns, and 13 total touchdowns. His senior year is when he really took off and separated himself away from the pack. He finished the season with 42 receptions for 736 yards and 9 touchdowns. His hard work on the field and the classroom landed him multiple offers from around the country. He ended up choosing USF over his bigger offers, like Georgia and Tennessee. Many people don't know he was heavily recruited by Coach Prime coming out of high school. This was when DEION was still at Jackson and was turning their program around. Check out this clip of Jimmy explaining why he chose USF over Georgia, Tennessee, and Jackson State.
I had went to South Florida because my quarterback that I went to high school with, we had a good connection. So I was like, I'm just going ahead and carry that over there to South Florida with him. And then, Coach Prime, he had to offer me at Jackson. I was really finna go to Jackson. I really was gonna go to Jackson, but I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot to it, you know what I'm saying? South Florida. I'm just glad everything played out the way it did, you know what I'm saying? It's all a blessing because it's like everything just meant to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I hit the portal, they came back and got me. They could have went and got anybody else, you know what I'm saying? So that's just real. So it was on the right for me though.
Even though Jimmy was succeeding on and off the field, he was going through a lot at the same time. His father was arrested in November 2021, and he was left without his role model who raised him. It must have been tough on Jimmy going to college without the physical support from his father. He used his pain to fuel him and continued his hard work once he arrived at Tampa. His freshman year, he was targeted 30 times for over 400 yards. The following year, he racked up 551 yards on 38 receptions for 3 touchdowns. He entered the portal after his sophomore year in hopes of teaming up with an NFL-level quarterback. Around this time is when Coach Prime accepted the Colorado job and left Jackson State. Shedeur contacted Jimmy, and he committed soon after. Jimmy came to Colorado ready to work and improved his game over the offseason. His chemistry with Shedeur strengthened, and he developed a relationship with Coach Prime. DEION appreciated Jimmy's work ethic and determination to succeed. Coming into the 2023 season, he wanted to make his father proud who couldn't watch his games. He dominated Week 1 with 117 yards off 11 receptions for a touchdown. His dad heard of his amazing performance. I was very emotional from behind bars. Check out this clip of Jimmy's senior reacting to his son's breakout game.
Give him my praises, our thanks, that he even got about me, that he overlooked it. And he still care for me, he don't look at me like I'm a type of deadbeat dad. That's my guy, Jimmy Horn Jr.
Even though Jimmy Horn Sr. has made a mistake in life, you can tell how much he loves his son. He's thankful Junior still shows him love and support while he's incarcerated. Even though Jimmy didn't have his actual father with him, Coach Prime still took care of him like he was his own. He balled the rest of the season and ended up with almost 600 yards for 6 touchdowns. He wanted to have a big year in 2025, considering it was his last season. In August, right before the season rolled around, Coach Prime did something no other coach in the country would do. He put out a video, pleading with the Florida judge to release Jimmy Horn Sr. at his trial. Check out Coach Prime's heartfelt video here.
I just want to tell you candidly that I'm praying for Jimmy Horn Sr., who's been incarcerated a multitude of years, who has his court date today. His son, Jimmy Horn Jr., has left to go see his father and be there in this time of whatever transpires. I just want you to know I've talked to Jimmy Horn Sr. and truly he has served a multitude of years. He has repented of what has transpired, and he is truly a different man. I just wish to God you could see in your heart an opportunity that he could come out of incarceration and have the chance to resume his fatherly responsibility, in which he was very, very good at. I don't know where this goes or who this may make it to, but I sincerely believe.
Even though Jimmy Horn Sr. ended up getting sentenced, you can tell how much Coach Prime loves his players. Week 1, Jimmy put the nation on alert with his 200-yard performance versus North Dakota State. He gained 50,000 followers after the game, and everyone began to recognize his talent. As the season went on, he ended up getting cursed with injury. He was never able to really hit his stride and finished the season with just 447 yards with 1 touchdown. On senior day at the end of the season, obviously Jimmy Horn didn't have his father to walk him on the field. He ended up asking Coach Prime to walk with him because of their father-son relationship. Check out the following clip of Coach Prime reacting to his special moment with Jimmy Horn Jr.
He's been through a lot. You've talked about him kind of like another son. How important was that for both of you to share that moment together?
Jimmy's like my kid. I love him that much. We've talked about some personal things throughout his couple years seasons here. I want to go with him Sunday to see his father as well. But he just turned around and asked me. So that's how that transpired. And I said, you don't have to ask me twice. I got you. And just speaking the pleasantries along the way, it's unbelievable, man. But I love him that much. And I'm proud that I can assist that young man in any endeavor from here on out for the rest of his life.
You can tell this moment meant a lot to him, and he truly cares about his players. He said that Jimmy has his support for the rest of his life, and I truly believe him. Coach love and connection with his players is what set him apart from any other coach. He's able to relate to them on a personal level and understands what they're going through. 2025 is going to be a big year for Jimmy. He has the opportunity to change his life and his family situation. I know his father is proud of him, and living through him every day he's on the field.